Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be doing my review of Chelsea's 2-1 defeat away to Newcastle, which was earlier today, whenever this video goes up. But first defeat I'm having to do a review on, and it was a disappointing game, a really off day from Chelsea. In a game that felt, I tweeted straight after, if you don't follow me on Twitter, go and follow me at Chelsea. But I tweeted after it, and it felt like a carbon copy, even watching the game, of last year. And in a way, in the first half, going into the game, our lineup, of course, the one change, he went for Mikel, even though Ramirez was on the bench. But I think that even though Ramirez was on the bench, I believe that he wasn't fully fit. So I don't believe he would have started. Mikel didn't have a terrible game today, but he's not Matic. No defensive midfielder in the world can replace Matic, in my opinion. He's just so good, and it was clear today how much we miss him and how important to this team he really is. He's more important, in my opinion. Yeah, he's probably in a lot of ways more important than Cesc and more important than Diego. And people will go, no, but people will go, well, but Diego and Cesc. Cesc makes the goals from Diego puts the goals in, and football, it's about scoring goals. Yeah, of course it is. But Matic in there stops any chance of going behind. And what people forget, he flipping helps out the attack. He helps out the attack. And today, we didn't have that at all. In the first half, we had some good counter-attacking football. Newcastle were defending deep as expected. We had a few chances, didn't take them. I think actually Newcastle probably had the most clear-cut chance, Colback. But I believe that, we just needed to stretch the game and do what we didn't do against Sunderland last week. And this what frustrates me. And like in the second half, we just didn't seem to stretch the play. What was why weren't we stretching the play? Why weren't we getting the ball out wide? Yeah, because a lot of these teams, when you defend, and Chelsea do it, when you defend like that, 2 rows of 4, they defend narrow. So you've got to get out to the wings, and we didn't do that enough today. At points we were unlucky, and at points we had an off day. I'll be honest, Jen, I'm going to sit here, and I know we're talking about the game, and I'm going to sidetrack a little bit. I generally feel this was an off day. I'm not flipping out like people do on Twitter. People on Twitter who are absolutely ridiculous today after calling Cahill a fraud. I actually saw that tweet. Calling Ivanovic useless, stuff like that. People, that just pisses me off. It really does, because, it's alright when everything's going fine, these players are world class, and in the moment it goes wrong, you turn around and say, nah, those players aren't good enough. So, really, I know Twitter is a reactionary thing. I try not to be reactionary simply because you can say stuff that you can regret later on. I just tried to look at it. It was annoying, but I tried to look at it from a stance that we had a bad game today. It didn't work out. We lost Matic, which, as I said, I think is the biggest thing about today, losing Matic. Joe made that video explaining it, and from there, just really annoying. It's just really annoying. And the first goal, they get kind of a lucky break off, dominating possession, and we were passing the ball around fast. We weren't passing around slow. I thought Cesc had a bad game today. Slow in play. He just dwells on the ball, and that's what he's been doing recently. He just needs to be quicker with the ball. So they get the goal, running. They get a little bit of break. The ball gets in. Cahill doesn't deal with it. Unfortunate. I think it actually hit his. He was going in with his right leg, and it hit his left leg, and it kind of came back into a bit of a deflection. It came into Cisse, who, of course, I basically had an open net, 1-0. And even then, you think, oh God, but we still have time to retrieve it. He brings on Drogba and Luis at this point, which I thought was a good move, because Luis is going to give you that attacking left back outlet, and also Drogba's just powerful. He's in form at the moment. And it did, because I think we adjusted our tactics slightly. And one thing I did like was we adjusted our tactics. And we started getting in longer balls, understanding where get drop downs. And we were a bit unlucky. Costa probably had his worst game in a Chelsea shirt. today just didn't really get into the game, didn't actually have a clear-cut chance other than the one he had in the second half, and Drogba came on, laid it down to him, and the shot was blocked. Problem is with Diego today, he was doing it throughout the game, was not being in the box at the right time, and that's something Diego is so good at, being in the right place at the right time. Wasn't today for whatever reason. Hazard, I thought, had a good game. I thought he had a good first half. He made some good runs, but yeah, everyone just had an off day today. And once the second goal, a sweaty goal, they're out off on the counter. It just happens when you commit players forward. That can happen. And then they get like a red card. Cesc puts a nice ball in, Drogba header, Drogba there. Can still do a job, and 2-1, and we kind of had actually 10 minutes, I think, if you add the added time that was on. We didn't really have any clear-cut chances from there. What really annoys me when we're chasing the game is the likes of Mikel and Ivanovic striking it from long. That's the one thing that I'm sure it infuriates all of you, just like it does me. You want to throw the telly out the window, you want to throw a controller somewhere when someone does it. It's so selfish, it's not the way to do it. Whenever a player does it, it annoys me. Unless you're flipping Cristiano Ronaldo, or you know what I mean, unless you're Lampard in his prime, where you hit the ball there, or you're in a position where there's no other option, then you hit it. But God, for God's sake, if I was to look, I'm not watching match today. I'm not watching that game again. Seriously, when we lose a game, I can't watch it again unless by some accident I see it before a game or something. But both of those times, from what I can recall, the ball, there was better options, and didn't find them, and it just kind of went out, and 2-1, that's it. And it's probably the most frustrated you've seen me, but that's the way I feel. But the most hilarious thing, actually, I'm going to sidetrack again, and I'm sure many Chelsea fans, it's probably the angriest I've been since the game, actually, because I've calmed down. And the funniest thing was, Arsenal fans, what a bunch of morons you guys are. Seriously, you could. I knew this was going to happen when we lost, because I knew eventually we were going to lose. As I've said on this, it's the unbeaten streak doesn't. I don't care. I don't, and that doesn't mean I don't care when we lose. As you can tell, I'm pissed off right now. But what I will say is that the unbeaten streak wasn't like the be all and end all for me. It's winning the league, and if we win the treble, win the league by over 100 points, that for me is better than going unbeaten. Because we win the flipping treble, we win the Champions League twice, you know what I mean? Premier League over 100 points, record points tally, which we did the year after the Invincibles. Anyway, but they go on Twitter, Piers Morgan, all them, go on Twitter and start going, oh, Invincibles, how amazing we are. And then you go up to Stoke and you get battered and you lose 3-2. Hilarious, and it's just absolutely. But go over to Arsenal Fan TV. I'm giving you a shout out, Arsenal Fan TV. Go over to Arsenal Fan TV and watch some of the fan cams, because they banging on about Chelsea. I swear, it was just flipping hilarious. And really did bring a smile to my face, and kind of, I wouldn't say stopped the pain or the frustration of the loss today, but definitely softened the blow. Because Arsenal fans, Jesus, life could be worse. We could all be Arsenal fans, and I dread to think of what that would be like. But anyway, guys, I'm trying to keep positive. City are now 3 points behind us. What we've got to do, bounce back. Wednesday got to beat Sporting, but I believe there's going to be a really changed side. And also on Saturday against Hull, we've just got to go out there and front them. And I believe that this team is good enough to bounce back. Got to keep positive. This is a blip. As much as I've been annoyed in this video, what I want to say is people on Twitter who overreact, just literally, it isn't the end. People forget there is a game on Wednesday. There's a Premier League game the next Saturday. We can bounce back. 3 points by City, but City haven't got Aguero now, I think, and all of that. And we can bounce back. I believe in this team, how good it is, and how the potential of this team, the 0-4-5 team, lost a game. It's the way football is. So follow me on Twitter at @SonofChelsea, guys. You can subscribe, hit that like button, subscribe for more Chelsea content, which I'll be bringing your way. And I'll see you again. And I just don't want that feeling again.